Yeah, hello everyone. Welcome back. I hope I'm audible there. Can you please confirm in chat box?
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, man. Okay, fine. So yesterday we have seen very basic things actually. We just started our demo yesterday, and let us go back and see what we have done yesterday. Okay, fine. This is what we have seen yesterday. So I'll do some basic revision before we go to the next topic. Okay, so let me just go to what is cloud computing first. And you know, friends, the chat box is open and it will be always open. So in case if you have any questions, any doubts, it's better you use the chat box to communicate. At the end of the session, if you want to talk to me directly, if you want to speak to me directly, then that is possible. But better we keep our sessions, more interactive through the chat box in the middle of the class. Okay. Now, cloud computing. Like, this is what the concept you came here to learn, or this is a concept that is the main agenda for us. So what is cloud computing here? Let me just read out the definition once again and let us see the basics of cloud computing. So according to Amazon, cloud computing is on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Instead of buying, owning, and maintaining physical data centers and servers, you can access technology services such as computing power, storage, database on as needed basis from a cloud provider like Amazon Web Services. Now, this is the definition. We'll go through the definition in more details. Let us go to what definition is there in Microsoft. Okay, the terminology is the sentence, what they use may be a bit different, but the meaning will be same. If I go to some other like, IBM definition, again, the meaning will be same. If I go to Citrix, another very major company, very big company. So they have their way of presenting the cloud computing concept, definition wise. Okay, so overall the concept will be same. So let us go and see generally what is cloud computing now. Now, to understand cloud computing, you should know the computer network, the local network that we have in the companies. It is called local data center. Now, this is what the local data center is all about. This is the way all the devices will be connected. So go to any company anywhere, maybe a company somewhere in a city like Hyderabad, or maybe somewhere in London, maybe somewhere in Dubai, Australia, Brazil, Russia, China, anywhere. A computer network will look like this. And remember I told you, I repeat again, cloud computing is something that is related to your computer network. That is talking about computer network only. Okay. And what you see right now on your screen is indeed a computer network. Now, what you see in this computer network, what are the major devices you see? Like, for example, there is a device here with the name switch. We cannot imagine a computer network without switch. Fine. There is a device called network router. Here it is saying clearly network router. Network router is different, and the router that we have in our home is different. The router which we have in our home will be something like this, right? That is actually a Wi-Fi router. That is not the router we use in companies. So we have a separate network router. Then we have a firewall here, again a very dedicated separate device. And of course, we know what is a desktop machine and what is a laptop. So beside laptop and desktop, switch, router, and firewall, these are some of the other devices we have in a computer network. Okay, fine. Every device has a use. Like for example, when you see the printer here, what is the use of printer? You know this very well, right? Printer is a device using which we can take printouts. That's it. There can be a device with the name scanner. Scanner has a completely different use. Okay. So what is the use of firewall, router, and switch? Let us try to understand very briefly. Then we can move to the main device, that is your server. Now see, when you see the name of this device, that is firewall. It says everything there. Firewall means it will protect your network from unauthorized access. It will protect your network from hackers. It will not allow anyone, I repeat, it will not allow any person to enter into your network if there is no permission for him. That is the work of firewall. Done. Without firewall, we cannot imagine a network. See, security, is it important for us? Of course, it is very, very important, right? So firewall will be there. Okay, now there is a device called router. If there is no router in a company, so we know what is a firewall now. And let us go with this router. So if there is no router in a company, your company cannot access the internet, or your company cannot access the branch office. There are many companies, they have branches, whether it is banking sector or any XYZ company, they have branches. So how to make communication between one branch and another branch? Suppose one branch is there in your own city and the other branch is also there within the city. Or maybe this is also possible. One branch is there in Delhi, another branch is there somewhere in, let us say, Mumbai. Or maybe like one is in India, one is somewhere in, let's say, Brazil, one is somewhere in Australia, wherever the branches are located. How to make communication between these branches, my friend? To make communication between these branches, we have to go with the device called router. So say firewall is there for some work, a router is there for some work. And coming to switch, switch is a device that will connect all the other devices. It will control the communications, and it will control the data passing within our local area network. So these are the three devices we have in each and every network. Got it? But let us come to the big fish now. Let us come to the main device. The most important device in a computer network is this one, server. This is the most important device we have in any computer network. Let me just clear you one thing first. Computer, when I say computer network can be internet, or computer network can be a company's network. Right now we are connected to this session through internet, right? Without internet, can we connect to this session? Of course no. So internet is a computer network, my friend. Internet is a computer network. And if you go to any XYZ company, like suppose you may have went to bank many times for some banking work and whatever. When you go to bank, you can see some like 15, 20, 30 people sitting on their computers and they are working. That means all the computers are connected with each other. So that is a computer network. So if you go to bank, or if you go to any shopping mall, or if you go to any big hospital, people are connected with each other. Devices are connected with each other. See, we can see here clearly, this is some company somewhere. You can see all the computers are here. People are working on their computers. Maybe one is a manager here. Maybe one is a programmer. Maybe she is working as a HR. Maybe some other person is working as a multimedia person. Someone is an accounts person, whoever they may be. These people are working in this computer network. So if you see a computer network for a company, that is called private computer network. And if you are using internet, like any person can use internet. So if you are using internet, that is called public network. Now let us see whether it is private network or whether it is public network. Server is indeed the most important component in our company. I repeat, whether it is the internet or whether it is your company's network, server is the most important device. And cloud computing is all about servers, or cloud computing is majorly about servers. So let us try to understand a bit more about servers so that we can understand what is cloud computing in a better way. Okay. Now, before I move, this starting 3-4 classes will be basic classes, demo classes. So I may repeat couple of things again, because some people will join today and some people will join tomorrow. Yesterday, some people were already here. So please, just couple of days, just try to manage. You may see some couple of topics repeated again. But once we complete our demos, once we enter into the main course, things will not be repeated for sure. In case if you need, we can repeat, but it will not be like repeated every day. From my side, if you feel like you need to revise a particular topic from your side, then I'll repeat. That's a different case. Okay, now let us try to understand server. Now whenever you hear the terminology server is actually a very confusing terminology. Some people will feel server is a hardware machine, and some people will say like server is an operating system. But a technical person like you and me, we are the technical people, we are learning some networking courses here, right? Cloud computing is related to networks. So as a technical person, we should know server is hardware machine as well as server is a software machine. Now we should be very clear in this concept. I repeat, my friend, server is a hardware machine and server is indeed a operating system. Like your computer is hardware, right? For sure your laptop is hardware. But what is the operating system used in your machine? Windows 10 or Windows 11 operating system. Yeah, I'll ask a very simple question to you. I hope I'll get an answer in the chat box. Can you please tell me which computer you are using? When I say computer, I'm talking about desktop machine as well as laptop. So my question here is which computer you are using? Anyone, please? I hope you are using some computer in your home, or at least in your office, or maybe you already used a computer somewhere in your work, whatever. Anyone, please, can you share your information, which computer, you're using in your... Okay, fine. I got a answer here finally. The answer is HP laptop. Exactly. That was the answer I was expecting actually. You know, when you say which computer you're using, normally we don't say like we are using Windows uh, 10 computer or Windows 8 computer. We don't say like that, right? I got another answer like Lenovo. So we just say like the computer name. I'm using a laptop for last 12 years, which is Lenovo. I have a desktop machine that is Dell. I have another desktop machine which is from some other company. So whenever someone is asking me which machine we are using, which computer you are using, so I will say this company machine, Lenovo or HP or Dell or Toshiba or IBM or whatever. But if the other question is coming, like suppose, okay, which operating system you're using, then you may say Windows 8 or Windows 10 or Windows 11, right? Now this is a very specific question. Which OS? Windows 10 OS. See, in my machine, which OS I'm using here? Let me just show you here. This is your Windows 10 OS. Got it? So this is like that. But coming to server is a very, terminology which is a bit confusing for many people. So when I say server is a hardware machine and server is a operating system also. Okay, so normally when someone is asking you a question on which server you were working in your previous company, then your answer should be I was working on Red Hat server. My voice is low. Anyone feels the same way? I just got a message from one of our friend. I don't think it is low from my side. I think everyone is able to hear me properly. Can you please check your uh, sound settings there? Shrutika, right? If anyone else feels my sound, my voice is a bit low, please confirm me, because from my side you can see clearly the sound settings are like perfect here. Okay, fine. So what I said now, when someone is asking you like on which server you were working in your previous company or which server you can work, so now we need to specifically say like, okay, on this server, like I'm working on Windows servers or Linux servers. In Linux server I was working on Ubuntu, I was working on like Red Hat, or I was working on Kali or whatever. So like this we can say. So let us come back to server again. Server is, like I said, your hardware machine, and server is indeed a operating system. These are the two things we need to understand about server. See, server is a hardware machine. Wait a second, please. Yeah, server is a hardware machine and server is our operating system also. So when you say server hardware is like your computer hardware, my friend. What is there in your computer hardware? In the computer hardware, we have some components. Let us say the component names are. Can you please name any components that you have in your machine? Let us keep this class a bit more interactive, because it's a very basic demo session. What are the most basic or what are the most important components you must have in a laptop or a computer? Okay, let me just write here. CPU, that is central. Exactly, I just got the answer here. Processor, RAM and hard disk. Excellent. Okay, let me just write here CPU. CPU can be i3 or i5 or i7, whatever. Then RAM, it can be like 8 GB, 16 GB, whatever. Hard disk, that is a storage. And then we have something called NIC card. So these are the components we have in a server. Now when you go to server operating system, In server OS, my friend, there are majorly two companies. Yeah, Bhaskaran, anything? Okay, so when you go with the server OS, there are two types. There are two companies actually that offer us the server OS. One is your Windows Server OS, and another one is from Unix or Linux. At least I hope you know the names of these operating systems. If you are having some background of server administration, then you know what exactly I'm talking here. And if you're a fresher, then also I hope you know what is a Windows, what is Linux means, at least the names, because you know when you go through some documents, or if you're from some technical background, you may came across Linux servers and Unix commands and all those things, right? So this is not new terminologies for most of you, but in case if it is completely new, still no need to worry. I'll take you through all the details of Windows servers and Linux servers that are needed for us to learn the cloud computing. Okay, so just chill. If you have the concept, then it is well and good. If not, then also there is no problem. Okay, fine. So server is two. One server is your hardware machine, one server is your operating system. So what is the one server here? The CPU, the RAM, the hard disk, the NIC card. This is one server. And the other one, like I said, you is the server operating system. Combination of server hardware and server operating system is your server machine. Okay, it is your server machine. Now, server hardware. From where we can take server hardware? You know, you can just go to any company. Like I got the company name like HP here. I can see HP laptop here. Now I can see HP server also. HP is the company that manufacture laptops as well as that manufacture your servers. You can say Lenovo. Lenovo is the company that manufacture your laptops as well as that manufacture your servers. Now see here, this is one of the HP server that I am accessing now. It is a Dell actually. Can you see the name here? It is written as Dell EMC. Okay, let me just see inside. Yeah, this is from inside. Whatever. Now what I'm trying to show you here is this is a server which is looking like your desktop machine, right? When you look your desktop machine, it will look something like the CPU box. But see, this is not a desktop, my friend. This is a server. And see what it says, starting from, this is not 40,000. See there carefully, that is 4 lakh Indian rupees. That is some money, right? Means a company have to spend 4 lakh Indian rupees, 5 lakh Indian rupees, 10 lakh rupees, or maybe like 1 lakh rupee on a particular server. That is your server hardware. So company is spending a lot of money on server hardware. They have to spend because server is not so easy to get. Server is very costly. Server machine is very, very costly because machine has more hardware compared to your normal desktop machine or normal laptop. Got it? So company is spending more money on server hardware. And then what company will do? We have to take the operating system also. So server operating system, is it free? No. Server operating system also we have to pay. Like, you know, Windows 10 or Windows 11, are they free? They're not free actually. We have to pay money and we have to use them. I hope you know this. Every operating system or every software is chargeable over the internet. We have to pay money and we have to use them. Okay, listen friends. So a company have to spend around, let us say 5 lakh Indian rupees. This much money a company have to spend to bring a server machine here and to bring the server operating system. That much money, 5 lakh rupees is some money for sure. Okay, they are spending 5 lakh rupees to bring one machine. Now the big question here is why they are spending that much money to bring a server. Now see, server is the most important part of our computer network because by using this server, we can control a computer network, or by using this server, we can run some applications on this server. I repeat, by using this server, we can run some applications on the server. The easy and the best example I can say as of now is the web server, the website. See how many web servers you access every day. Whenever you go to internet, you access some websites there, right? You're accessing some apps there. Like suppose you're paying some money, you're paying electricity bill. Suppose you're paying some money, you're paying some internet bill. You're accessing some apps there. So how you can pay electricity bill? There is a particular app using which you pay the electricity bill. So where is the app running? Where is that application running? It is running on server. You say facebook.com. When you say facebook.com, what happens? You are connected to the Facebook server. You say youtube.com. So where is the youtube.com? youtube.com is running on server. So whatever you do over the internet or whatever we do within the company, literally we are connected to server, my friend. And this server is a hardware machine as well as a operating system. So combination of hardware machine and operating system will cost a company maybe 5 lakh rupees or maybe 10 lakh rupees or maybe even 3 lakh rupees also possible. So whatever, they are spending more money. So why they are spending money? So that they can run some applications, web application, email application, file application, database application, backup application, gaming application, banking application. Okay, you know, there are different types of applications available, but there is one thing that is common between all the applications and all the websites and each and everything, and that is they are running on a operating system. So which operating system they are running on? They are running on a server operating system. And where is the server operating system running? The server operating system is running on a server hardware. So this is the whole story, my friend. Just take your time, 30 seconds. Just try to understand what I have said in last 20 minutes. I just repeat again before I take a break. See here, we are connected to applications every time. Whatever we access over the internet, we are connected to application. There are different types of applications available. I have named many major applications like web servers, file servers, mail servers, database servers. Okay, all these things. So that application is running on a server OS, and that server OS is running on a server hardware. This is what the concept of server is all about. So if there is no server hardware available and if there is no server operating system available, we cannot run a application, my friend. We cannot configure a website without the server hardware, and majorly without the server operating system, we cannot configure a website. Can we run our laptop or our desktop machine for next 10 days continuously without shutting down? It's very difficult to run that machine for next 10 days continuously, right? Because it is not designed for that. But you know, coming to servers, servers will run for days and weeks and months without shutting down. Server hardware is more stronger than the computer hardware. There's the reason we need to spend that much money. But anyhow, I hope you got the concept. I'll just wait here for like 30 seconds. If there is any doubt in these 3 layers, server hardware, server operating system and application, hopefully we will see that, and then we can move to the next part of our class. And like I said, the chat box is open not only today. The chat box will be open every day till the end of our course. So if you have any questions, any doubts, feel free to send your questions and doubts in the chat box. Okay, I got a question here. Whenever application is slow, then every time server is responsible. Okay, whenever application is slow, in most of the cases, server is responsible. If not all, I'm saying most of the cases, server is responsible. You know, application needs some configuration. Suppose application needs, let us say, 16 GB RAM to run. Okay, I'll just change the color of my pen. Wait a second, please. Okay, so to run a application, you need 16 GB RAM. But suppose imagine you have only 8 GB RAM. So application will not run properly, no? So now we need to upgrade our RAM from 8 GB to 16 GB. So in most of the cases, if any application is not running, this server is responsible. So we should take the server hardware according to application. See, suppose you're running an application there. You know, application has some pre-requirements. The pre-requirements will be, you should have a server with, let us say, 32 GB RAM. That much you should take minimum. If you're taking less than 32 GB RAM, the application will not work properly. So if you give, instead of 32 GB RAM, if you go with like 48 GB RAM, that is well and good. But applications will come with pre-requirement. Application will come with pre-requirement. So you should have 32 GB. So minimum 32 GB should be there. Okay. So this is all about server. Now let us go and see how we can take servers, or from where we can take servers. Okay, very interesting. Now listen carefully. If you have to take a server, like from where you have taken the laptop, you have just went to some shop somewhere, some showroom, or maybe you went to some online website like HP, Lenovo, wherever you ordered the laptop, and that laptop was delivered to your home or whatever address you have given. Same thing will happen with the servers also. You can go to some shop, you can bring a server. See, here I have written clearly. You can go to some shop, you can bring the server hardware. From somewhere we can download the operating system and we can run the application. So this is your server. This is the old way of running a server. But there is a scenario here. What is the scenario, my friend? How many servers we need here? 100 servers we need. And if you feel 100 server is a big number in a company, no, my friend, 100 server is not a big number. There are many companies where there are, hundreds and thousands of servers. Minimum, 15-20 servers are needed in most of the cases, but there are many cases where there are hundreds and even thousands of servers available. Now, on one server, how much money they have spent? On one server, according to this calculation, what we have done yesterday, they are spending $7,000. $7,000 on hardware and on operating system. $7,000. That means on 100 servers, how much money they need to spend? This much money. You know how much is this money in Indian rupees? It is a huge money. It is more than 5 crore Indian rupees. Now the cloud computing concept came because of this money only, my friend. Because this much money companies were spending, and it was not easy for any company to spend that much money. If you want to increase the number of servers instead of 100, like suppose if you want to increase the number of servers to 300, because that is your business, you need this many servers. So obviously this money will increase now. Instead of like 7 lakh dollars, maybe you need to spend 20 lakh dollars or 25 lakhs dollars, so money will increase. Okay, this is the old way of installing and configuring and running the application. This is the old traditional way. But in this way there are many disadvantages. The biggest disadvantage is here, the cost, the money. That is the biggest disadvantage we have. Okay, now to overcome this disadvantage, are there any options available? That is what we need to address now. Instead of spending this much money on our 100 servers, is there any other option available? And the answer is yes, it is available, and that is your virtualization. Now within 5 minutes we will go to cloud computing, my friends, so please be here. Please just have some patience. So it's very interesting now. What is one scenario? One scenario here is we have totally 100 servers. So how much money company is spending? It is spending that much money. Okay, but there is one more option available. That option here is virtualization. You know what happens in virtualization? In virtualization, instead of spending money on 100 servers, what we can do, we can spend money only on 4 servers, 3 servers, maybe, or 2 servers, whatever the number, but I have selected the number as, let's say, 4 servers. How many physical servers we have borrowed? We have borrowed totally 4 physical servers. Now what is virtualization? Okay, virtualization is a concept. Okay, I'll write the definition here. Things will be more easier for you to understand. Virtualization is a concept of installing multiple operating system on a single hardware and running all operating system on a single hardware at the same time. This is what virtualization is all about, my friend. What is virtualization? Virtualization is a concept of installing multiple operating systems on a single hardware and running all the operating systems at the same time. Now on one physical machine, how many OS we can run? Only one OS. But in virtualization, what we can do? We can take one physical machine and we can run multiple operating system. Exactly, Sudarshan. There is something called VMware and VirtualBox that I'll explain you in more details. Remember, I showed you the syllabus yesterday. In syllabus, I've just showed you the brief syllabus. I need to take you through the complete syllabus in coming classes. But yeah, there is a separate topic here that is related to this virtualization. So here I'll explain you what is VMware and VirtualBox and all those things. But as of now, yes, what you said is 100% correct. Okay, so come again. What is virtualization, my friend? Taking one physical machine and installing multiple operating systems on that single machine at the same time is your virtualization. And running them at the same time is your virtualization. So what is the advantage here? If you are installing multiple OS on a single machine, that means multiple OS means one OS is one on one OS, one application we can run. And this one OS, let me just write it more clearly for you. One hardware, one OS, and then one application. This is a very old traditional way of working, my friend. So here, one hardware, one operating system, and one application. So you're spending money on hardware, you're spending money on operating system, and you're spending money on application. So if you need to run 100 applications, how many servers you need to take now? 100 servers we need to take. Now in virtualization, what happens? One hardware, many OS. Many OS means many applications. That's a very interesting idea, right? One hardware, many operating systems, and many operating systems means obviously many application. On one operating system, minimum one application we can install, or let us say the best practice is installing one application on one hardware, installing one application on one operating system. But what changes we have done here? See, we have taken one hardware. On this one hardware we have installed how many OS here? Many OS. And how many applications we are running? Many applications running. Technically one hardware can run approximately 1000 OS. This is such a big relief for companies, right? One hardware can run how many operating systems? One hardware can run approximately approximately 1000 OS. So what is the advantage in virtualization? The advantage in virtualization is we can save lots of money. So see here, the company is saving lots of money here. So when you go with this scenario, virtualization scenario, you need how many servers here? You need 100 servers. But how many you have taken here? 1, 2, 3, 4. You have taken only 4 servers. And what you did in these 4 servers, in each server, how many operating systems you install here, my friend? You install only 25 OS here, 25 OS here, 25 OS here, and 25 OS. So instead of taking 100 physical servers, you have taken only 4 physical servers. And you can see clearly how much money you have already saved now. This is what virtualization is all about, my friend. Taking one physical machine and running multiple OS. Now, let us see how the virtualization is related to cloud computing. There is a definition here for virtualization, and this definition is from IBM. See what it says. Virtualization, last one. Just concentrate on the last definition. Other things we will say after some time. What it says here, virtualization is a process that allows for more efficient utilization of physical computer. That is what it says. More efficient utilization of physical computers means instead of installing only one OS in one physical machine, we can install multiple OS in one physical machine. So that is better utilization of hardware. Then it says, and it is the foundation of cloud computing. Now we have made a connection between virtualization and cloud computing. What it says, it is the foundation of cloud computing. So when I say it is the foundation of cloud computing, what it means? Listen carefully. Now this is very, very important for you to understand. So what we did in this virtualization, we took for 4 physical servers, so let us say one physical server, and we have installed many services here, right? Many operating system and many services. So we are saving a lot of money. But still, there is an issue here. Still, there is a problem here. And the problem is, who should configure these 4 physical servers? Who should manage these 4 physical servers? These 4 physical servers will be there within your company. They will be there on premise within your company. You should manage these 4 physical servers. You should configure these 4 physical servers. If there is some problem, you should do troubleshooting. If there is something related to your physical setup, then you should upgrade your hardware. So everything should be taken care by you. But okay, which one is more easy now? Managing this 100 servers is more easier. Managing this 4 servers is more easy. It's a very simple answer. Managing the 4 server is much more easier, right? But still we need to manage 4 servers. We still need to manage this 4 servers. But once you go to cloud computing, my friend, what happens in cloud computing? See the definition again. See here. First way of taking a server is by using a server hardware. This is outdated now. This is completely outdated. Second way of taking a server is we can go with this virtualization. And the third way of taking a server is we can go with cloud computing. So now let us see what is cloud computing. I'll show you the definition again. Now, cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet with pay-as-you-go pricing. Okay, there is a definition. Forgot about definition. I'll just come in an easy way. So what is cloud computing here is, there are many companies like Amazon, Microsoft, Google, HP, IBM, Citrix, DigitalOcean, Cisco, Dell, Alibaba, okay, Salesforce. Can you name any big company? Whatever big company you know, these companies are providing cloud services to you. You know what these companies are saying? These companies are saying, listen, why you are taking 100 servers? No need to take 100 servers. And then they are saying, why you are even taking 4 servers? No need to take this 100 servers into your location, and there is no need for you to take this even 4 servers. No need to maintain those 4 servers in your location. What we will do here is we will maintain each and everything for you. So the cloud provider will say, let's say Amazon data center. If I say Amazon data center, and if I go to images here, now see, this is one of the data center we have. This is one of the data center they have somewhere. Actually, this is maybe in North Virginia, maybe. But anyhow, they have the data center somewhere. You know what is this data center? The data center contains your servers, routers, firewalls, and each and everything. So Amazon people are saying, listen, why you are managing 4 physical servers in your location? No need to manage 100 servers or 4 physical servers. We will manage all the servers for you. We will manage the hardware for you. We will manage the operating system for you. Okay, we are providing the hardware and we are providing the operating system to you. What you do, you just use our hardware and you run your application. Like suppose your company needs a web server. To run a website, you need server machine, you need server operating system, then you can run the application, right? But here, you know what happens in cloud? They are saying no need to bring a physical machine or no need to take the server OS. We will provide everything to you. You just run your application there. You just run your application there. And how much you're using from this data center, pay that much money. Now, this is one of the most brilliant idea we got in a way. This is one of the most brilliant idea. What is the idea? There are many big companies, they have huge data centers, and these data centers are offering, these companies are offering us to use their data centers and run our applications. And they say pay as you go model or pay as you use model. How much you use, that much you should pay. So if a company is starting a business, instead of spending $700,000 or instead of even spending like suppose say $70,000, in this case it is $700,000 and in this case it is $70,000. So instead of spending $700,000 or instead of spending even 70,000 means it is only 10%, right, of 700. So instead of spending 700 or $70,000, no need to spend any money on day one. Without paying any money to us, you can come and you can use these services. You can use the hardware. Then after 1 month you can pay, or after 2 months you can pay. There are some ways in which we can pay the money. So then we can start paying money. Now this is what cloud computing is all about, my friend. We are running our applications on some other data center at some other data center, and that data center is controlled and managed by that company. So the most famous company is Microsoft. First it is Amazon, then it is Microsoft, then Google, and there are some more companies. So these companies are providing these data centers, and they are asking the companies, that is all the other companies, to use their data centers and run their applications. So what is the benefit we have here? The benefit is, suppose you want to run a web server now, in next to 5 minutes I can run a web server, and I can allow you, or I can ask you to access this web server from anywhere within next to 5 minutes. There is a topic that we will see in coming classes, but if I just do the configuration here, see here, creating and launching a web server over the public network, that is internet. So in coming classes I will show you how to launch a web server, and you will access the web server from your location. So how that is possible? We can simply use the cloud network, and we can simply run our servers over the cloud network. This is what cloud computing is all about, my friend. We are running our applications over the internet at some other data center. So what is the biggest advantage we have? We are saving money. Maybe it is dollars, or maybe it is rupees, or whatever. We are saving lots and lots of money, my friend. The company is saving lots and lots of money. Okay, some may say like, what about security? Is it good? Our servers are running at some other place, so security, will it be good? See, there is no problem about security. So it will take at least one class for me to explain about securities and all those things, but as of now I can say one thing, absolutely there is no problem in security. Your data will be secure, your applications will be secure, and all those things. If someone asks you a question like, let's say you're talking to your friend and he is asking a question to you. He is asking like, if you run your server over the cloud, will it be secure? Your question should be, if you're running the server within the company, will it be secure? The answer is no. Nothing is secure anywhere. Nothing is secure on cloud, or nothing is secure within the company. But coming to, once you compare your cloud and the local data center, I can say one thing, cloud is more secure than local data center. That much I can say. How that I'll prove in the coming classes. There are many ways of providing security there. There is something called where is that, security groups. When you go with security groups, then we can see how it is more secure. Okay, and there is something called key here, public and private keys. Because of this public and private keys, it is more secure. Okay, there is something called multi-factor authentication. Because of this multi-factor authentication, it is more secure. So there are many ways of providing security. So as of now, no need to worry about security and all those things. Just try to understand the technology. This is one of the most successful technology we have. Cloud computing is present, and cloud computing is a future, my friend. What is cloud computing? Running our applications over the internet on some other data center is cloud computing. Okay, we are in the year 2022 now. Suppose imagine the year is, let's say, 2014. In 2014, if you ask me a question like, whatever web servers are running or whatever applications are running over the internet, where they are running, I would have said like, majority of servers were running on physical servers. That was my answer in the 2014, in the year 2014. But now if you ask me a question in 2022, where are the applications or the web servers running? My answer will be virtual servers. Virtual servers means the servers that we create in our cloud. Majority of applications we are running. When you connect to an application like Flipkart, normally we do some shopping here. Netflix, normally we watch some shows and videos and whatever. Where they are working, these are applications, right? They are running on a server OS, and that server OS is running on a hardware. But are they working on a physical machine? No, my friend, they are not working on a physical machine. These are only two very easy examples I am giving here actually, because we are using this for many years now. They are working on the cloud. They are working on cloud. Means these applications are running on some Amazon cloud or Microsoft cloud or whatever. They are running there. So this is what cloud computing is all about. So before I take any question from you, let me just take you to one more slide here. Don't worry what is there in the other slides. We'll go through most of the slides in coming classes. So say this is cloud computing here. Server, storage, application, network, database, everything is available over the cloud. You know, like 20 years before, servers, storage, application, network, database, all were available within the company, within our private data center. They were available there. But now, servers, storage, application, network, database, everything is running over the cloud. Company is not taking any headache. They are saying, why to waste that much money on the physical infrastructure? Let us go and use cloud because it is secure also, right? Now, the last thing I want to say for today is who can learn cloud computing. You know, whenever you do something, there should be some pre-requirements, right? So we can learn this cloud computing. Now, any person can learn cloud computing with this basic knowledge. What is the basic knowledge you need? You need the basic knowledge in the operating system side, Windows Server OS and Linux Server OS. You need some knowledge in the networking, IP addressing, protocols, and all those things. You need some knowledge in the virtualization concept. If you know these three things, you are 100% ready to learn and 100% ready to understand the cloud computing. Now, if I ask you a question, how many of you know this? Maybe I will not get any answer here, right? Because most of you are from freshers, or most of you are coming from some other background, or maybe, you know, most of you are having some very basic knowledge. Maybe someone has already completed Linux administration. There is a possibility. Okay, that is still a possibility. But you know, none of you has the knowledge of server OS or the networking and the virtualization. Now, coming to me, my friend, I have the knowledge, I have the concept of Windows Server administration, Linux administration. I have experience on this. I have huge experience on networking. I have huge experience on virtualization. I'm on virtualization from 2016 actually. So I have the concept of all the three things that we need. But are we learning the full administration of Linux or full administration of virtualization or full administration of networking? No, my friend, it is not needed to learn cloud computing. What you need, these are the things you need. Whatever things you need for networking, whatever things you need from the OS, and whatever things you need from the virtualization, I have added everything in our syllabus. See here, in networking, these are the things you need. So I have added everything. These are the things we need to cover for sure. Okay. And in server side, we need to add, we should know what is a Windows Server OS. We should know what is a Linux Server OS. We should know how to configure some commands in Windows or Linux. So I've added each and everything. You should know something about virtualization. So I'll share much information about virtualization. That much is more than enough. Done. So to learn cloud computing, if someone says there are no pre-requirements, okay, maybe they are correct up to some extent, but they are not 100% correct, my friend. You still need to have these requirements. I'll ask a simple question. Anyone here in this group as of now who has the knowledge of server and Windows Server and Linux Server plus networking plus virtualization? Any one of you have the knowledge of all the three concepts, my friend? The answer will be no for sure. One thing, I'll get a S here from anyone, because most of you just started your career. You're just starting your career, right? So I'll just take you through all these things. Actually, the course will be for like 32 days. But why the course is for like 45 days? Because I have added everything here. These are the three major concepts I have added, which are needed to learn cloud computing. So any person can learn cloud computing with these concepts, if you have the knowledge of this. And coming to jobs and all those things, remember yesterday I showed you one website. Let me just take you through that website again. Once you finish the class, just go to this ambitionbox.com. This is a website where they will show all the details of the current trends, which technology is having more demand, how much salaries you can expect there. Okay, so you can see each and everything. That this is one of the most trusted website we have all over the globe. Ambition Box. It's very good name, right? Ambition. Okay, so here you can check all the details of our cloud computing, like salaries and all those things. No need to worry about what is there in cloud computing. That will not be there. What is there in cloud computing? Hopefully I'll be there for you to help. But if you want to check the salaries and the packages, or the how much demand is there and all those things, you can just go to that website and check everything. Okay, so I'll just make a conclusion here. That is, any person can learn cloud computing with the concepts that you see on your screen. If they have these concepts, they can easily learn cloud computing. It is very, very interesting topic. It is, very logical concepts are available. Okay, you can do practicals anyway. There is no need to have a specific requirement to do practicals. There are only two requirements, three requirements actually. One is you need a computer, any working computer. If there is no computer with you, you can just go to any internet cafe, or you can just borrow your friend's computer for like 1 hour every day. You just need a working computer. You need internet. Can we see someone, or can we see any place without internet nowadays? No. You need an internet, and then you need AWS account. It is like your free account. I'll show you in coming classes how to create AWS free account. So these are the three pre-requirements you should have. A working computer, whatever configuration you have in that computer, doesn't matter. A working computer, then you need the internet, and then you need a free AWS account. Okay, and this course is your AWS. Sudarshan, this is your AWS. Azure AWS is from Amazon, and Azure is from Microsoft. That is a course offered by Microsoft. But what we are learning here, we are learning AWS, Amazon Web Services. Now it's over to you, friends. I have like a couple of more minutes left here. So if you have any questions, any doubts, feel free to ask your questions. 2-3 classes will build everything. Instead of starting everything on day one, which will be like more difficult for you to understand, I'll just try to take all the basics. I'll cover all the basics first, then we can move into the major concepts. So the chat box is not only open for today, the chat box will be open till the end of our course. See here. One is you will get recording classes. Yeah, Haribabu, each and every class will be recorded and each and every class will be shared with you. Starting 3-4 classes will be available on YouTube. Then after that, after 3 classes or 4 classes will be shared directly with you. That is one thing. Till the end of our course, classes will be recorded. Okay, I'll share some documents with you so that you can go through these documents and you'll get more knowledge. Okay, for completing the course or at the end of the course, we will share some interview questions and answers. Let me just show you how I conduct the classes actually. I'll just take you to one of my existing class. I'll just make a Google Drive here, and in this Google Drive, I'll just create all these are different classes that I was taking here. Or this is our AWS, some other class. See, I'll do like this. I'll make a record there itself. Like VPC is one of the topics. So what is VPC? What are the main things we need to learn about VPC theory? Then I will say, okay, these are the ways to do that configuration, VPC configuration labs. Then there is something called route table. So what is route table and how to do the route table configuration, that I'll show you here. So everything will be recorded, and this particular folder will be shared with you. So till now I have completed this many topics Z. So all the classes I've already shared with them. This is something called your IP addressing. This is what I do in class only. These are not the recorded files. If I do everything in front of you, then only it will be easy for you to understand. Got it? So this is the way we will, run our classes. We will conduct our classes. These are the 3 advantages here. The best advantage you have in online classes attending with the trainer is you can ask your questions. That is the best advantage you have. Instead of just watching recorded classes, go through the classes that are available there. Go with the trainer so that you can clear each and every doubt. Okay, there is a question here like for which certification we go after this course. It will take some time for me to explain about certification, Sudarshan. So can I just come to this certification question hopefully tomorrow? Because as of now there is no sufficient time available. I need to explain certifications in more details, way to write certification, okay, how the certification, how the exam will be there, all these things I'll explain you in more details hopefully tomorrow. Okay, so the duration of this course is 45 days and fee will be 5,000 rupees. Maybe tomorrow as well as after tomorrow class will be still available for you. By using the same link, you can join next 2 classes. But once you complete the next 2 classes, then the link will be changed. The link will change. So people who pay the fees, then Those people only will get the link. Okay, one more question coming here. Will you teach Linux commands in this course? See, this is the syllabus here. Introduction to Linux servers, commands and configuration from Windows as well as Linux. Not only Linux, from Windows as well as Linux. We need to learn some commands to do configuration. So we have to know some commands. If you're already a Linux administrator, then it is well and good. That is added advantage for you. But if you don't have any idea about Linux, I'll show you. I'll teach you the commands that are needed for us. Okay, Girish. Okay, I joined a bit late today and missed this. Okay, fine. You can just go to this YouTube channel of DURGASOFT. Okay, I was expecting this question actually. Do we need to learn any coding language? No, my friend, there is no need for you to learn any coding language. No, as of now, no. Once you go maybe to like DevOps after this, then you may need to learn some Python or maybe like Linux shell scripting. But as of now, there is no need to learn. Okay, you know, many people are afraid of learning coding and all these things, right? They feel like it's a bit difficult. I'll give one very basic solution for this. And the solution here is like Python, you should make friendship with Python. There is no other option available for us in coming classes. So when you go with this Python or when you go with some courses like this, you know, instead of learning Python in 30 days, make a plan for like 100 days. This is the best way of learning any course. If a course you feel is a bit difficult, then you can learn that course in this way. If 30 days are not sufficient for you to understand anything, 100 days will be more than sufficient for you to understand. So as of now, there is no need of any coding or any programming, but hopefully after some time when you go with some other higher courses, then you should learn this shell scripting or maybe Python. Okay, and coming to our class, this was yesterday's class. So I'm just sharing this link here. You can go through this class, and today class will be, you know, uploaded on YouTube. Maybe morning, tomorrow morning it will be uploaded, so you can just go through this class. Yesterday class, today class, you can take as one class actually. So we have seen whatever we have seen yesterday, most of the things we have revised today. So just go through these two classes. It will be great advantage for you in coming classes. If you know all the basic things, things will look more easier for you in coming classes. Okay friends, so that was the session for today. I hope we'll meet again tomorrow at same time, 8 p.m. India Standard Time. So whatever questions you have, whatever doubts you have, feel free to send all your questions and doubts in the chat box. That way we can keep our sessions more organized. Timings will be changed, maybe 15-20 minutes, half an hour here and there, maybe we can change, but it will not go like from PM to AM or something like this. Maybe half an hour here and there we can modify, but that's it, not more than that. Okay, there is a question here like, I work as a Python developer, I want to learn AWS or Pro. Exactly, whatever we are covering here, it will be more than enough for you to work on your project. This was the question from Girish Kumar. So exactly, Girish, it is more than enough for you to understand. Or it will, you know, fulfill all your requirements. Yeah, that's it friends, that's it for the day, and see you tomorrow at same time, evening 8 p.m. India's time. I'll repeat again, time will not change like very much, maybe half an hour we can manage, that's it, but it will not be like more than that. So that was the session friend. I hope you understood everything. So hopefully we'll go a bit deep about cloud computing in coming couple of classes. You know, one class is not enough or two classes is not enough for me to explain all the details of cloud. So that is the reason these 3 demos or 4 demos are available. So hopefully by tomorrow or maybe by day after tomorrow, the concept of cloud will be completely open for you. You can understand everything there. Okay. So till that time, take care and hope to see you again tomorrow at same time. Bye.